Hey everybody! What's cooking? What's poppin'? It's Nico Iona, Gypsy Juice Intuitive Tarot, here to give you an enlightening message for today. Here with my Pick a Spirit Animal collective energy reading. Get a message from your higher self of today. You are going to pick the painting card right here, which I'm going to draw out of this deck momentarily. The one that resonates with you the most. Sometimes both cards resonate, sometimes neither will resonate. But you're going to know because something will jump out at you inevitably if you're drawn to this reading. I promise you I have something good to say. I've got good stuff to say tonight. Or it might be, eye-opening stuff. But, hey, take it how it comes. It's all in the long run what you're supposed to hear. And I can guarantee you that, my friends. Okay, let me close my eyes. I don't want to cheat. These are double-sided cards. Don't want you to think I'm rigging it or anything like that. It's always rigged, but we're not gonna say that. Okay, all right. So, man, I just did this one. I just did that one like 3 readings ago on Facebook. I know this is only my second YouTube video, but I just don't want to repeat stuff that soon. So hang on, let me get a redo here. They always pop out, in pairs. And I actually did this one, but not on a video, but that's okay. So here we go. We've got one and the other right here. So what have we got? I don't know if you can guess what these are, but this top one, okay, see which one jumps out at you. See which colors you like, see which image you like. Anything recognizable there? We got some boobies up there. That's always nice. So we've got a parrot and we've got the puma on the bottom here. Parrot and puma. We got the double P's. Pee-pee reading. Hi. So parrot. So this one is a big romantic message. The parrot's always all about love and romance, prophecy, meditation as well. Lots of symbolic meanings. Pre-Columbian America. Considered to be an oracle able to predict the weather even. How interesting. Neat. And then the puma. We got I feel like that's kind of like a softened term for cougar. That's what I always say when anybody tries to call me a cougar. I'm like, yo, I'm not that age yet. I'm more like a puma or a bobcat maybe, but not a cougar. So puma. So my mid to late 30s sisters in the sisterhood, we're pumas girls. So maybe that doesn't resonate with you, though. Pick which one you like, or maybe both. Please watch the whole video, because I think there will be messages out of each reading for every single person out there. I promise you it's going to be good. So let's start out with this parrot here, guys. So this is like love, and this could also indicate foolishness in love sometimes. So, so this could be a wake-up call to just be like, hey, wake the hell up. Like, this ain't going to work out how you might have thought. But it also might be actual true love, and it could even be true love for family if you're not in that kind of space right now. So let's just see what the cards have to say. So we're going to start out with this lovely parrot here. Parroting. Like, I say you love me, tell me back, parakeet kind of a thing, It's just like, and that could be somebody telling you they love you back as well. That's the first kind of thing that popped to my mind right there. So let's kind of spin it off with that. What card, what deck am I going to start with? Oh, so many choices. Let's get out this. I'm crossing my legs. Let me get comfy. All right. So, yeah. Had a day here. Happy Monday night. Second YouTube reading. Oh, dang. Okay. All right. So, it looks like we are kind of making immature financial decisions right now out of kind of a bad emotional place. So there's that so far. This is the Princess of Pentacles upside down. And it could also, and look at that, that's the echoing hills right along with the parrot. So we're actually not parroting back things. Maybe we're not answering that, maybe you're not parroting somebody. Maybe you're not reflecting that as well. So I'm seeing kind of a financial thing here so far in this freestyle reading. And sometimes this also can mean the same thing as the Princess of Swords, and that's sort of watching someone, keeping a close eye on them, watching them, seeing what they're doing, wondering what they're doing, kind of a pining behavior energy going on here. What else we got? We're worried about feelings not being returned. So, dang, okay, so it's like a watching somebody angsting, worrying about feelings not being returned, or maybe you're feeling unappreciated right now. This could even be with a family member or somebody who's not even romantic at all for some of you. For some of you, I'm seeing this could be sort of, man, I'm not getting my shit to returned, and that's heavy, guys. That's something else. But sometimes it's maybe my energy isn't being reciprocated in a way that I thought it might, and that's also any which way you want to cut it, parrots. That's going to be kind of a hard energy to deal with right now. So let's see what's going on. That leads me to ask Spirit, and yeah, I will pull out of this deck. It leads me to ask Spirit what is going on in this person of concern, whatever that may be for you, whatever role they're playing right now. What's going on in their energy field, please? So let's see what they have to say. Okay. Woo! Okay. All right. They're not impartial. This came out in verse. So they're not impartial. They do have a specific way that they feel one way or the other. I don't know. This is kind of coming from your energy, from how I'm reading this here. You're thinking, oh my God, they don't give a crap. No, they do, or they don't. But it's not indifference. So I guess you could take that one way or the other. But they're actually not impartial to this. So they're not really riding the fence. They're stuck on something. They're in a rut. They're like in a sort of a writer's block, but across the board, if you will. They don't know what to do. They don't know what direction to turn. They're distracted by something else. So somebody in your life who's not reciprocating whatever energy you're putting out to them. For most of you, this is going to be love. This is going to be heartfelt emotion that you're not feeling like it's being returned right now. But it looks like that person, whoever that is, and again, it doesn't have to be a romantic thing. It could even be your son or your daughter, your best friend. It just could be, wow, they're being kind of despondent right now, but they're actually not impartial. They do feel one way or the other about it, but they're distracted by other things right now. Okay, they might be working a lot. They might have a whole other freaking drama going on in their life. They might be trying to get something off the ground that's just completely consuming their entire energy. So we can all relate to that. It's just sometimes stuff just consumes you and it takes its toll. You know what I mean? So it's just I'm encouraged to tell you, remind yourself that you don't know what's going on with someone else. Just because you're not getting the answers you're hoping to get, and that I just got a little glimpse of this juggling card. I'm not going to pull it out, but I'm just going to mention it. The two of drums or two of pentacles. That simply means they're going back and forth with something, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's directly related to you, but they're distracted by something that's a big deal in their life. So you might need to step back and give somebody some patience right now. And the best way to do that is just get busy in your own life. I mean, I can't tell you anything else, any other advice outside of that, really. It's just sort of, dang. It's just, I hate that advice. It's just, stay in your lane. Your lane might suck, sister, but stay in it, okay? It's just sometimes it'll get better. It'll get better. The scenery will change, but for now, it's just sort of, you got to pull yourself back into your own presence. That one wanted to come out. Two wanted to come out. See? What'd I say? What did I say? What did I say? You are not allowing your connection with the cosmos, with your higher self, to come through because you're being distracted about these unreciprocated feelings going down. You're letting that consume you, is what I'm seeing here from this reading, parrots. And geez Louise, I really was hoping that this was going to be more of a, this is all rainbow sprinkles and stuff. You know, they're going to come beating down your door right now and tell you everything you want to know. Maybe not. This is more of a message of you need to let your higher self beat down your door and break that barrier of, hey, I'm trying to get this through to you. And this is, here we go with the King of Wands and in verse. So that's sort of a message of, it's almost like you're not even allowing yourself to be creative. You're kind of getting beaten down by all of this almost alpha energy of and I almost want to say it's just like getting stuck in the rut. Like you're so hung up on not hearing what you want to hear from whoever this is, from whatever correspondence you're waiting for, or whatever else, that you're actually blocking everything else out. And that's to everyone's disadvantage involved. You're just slowing down your path here. But the card is still there. When the card pops up, this is the High Priestess. This is number 2. Very, very powerful card. It's there. So that's good. It's you have divine inspiration. You have the cosmos trying to communicate with you. And this is also a fiery, very creative energy coming in here that just cannot get through right now because you're distracted with other stuff. So let me pull an advice card here, please. I just introduced this deck right here, this Art Nouveau deck, to my readings, and we're still getting used to each other. We've had a couple little fights. We've had a couple little spiffs, which is good. Any relationship worth it is going to have that. So, all right, you're going to feel overwhelmed with choices right now. And it's also paying attention to the superficial as well. And that's a warning of this card specifically in this deck. I've been taking about, 3 weeks getting used to this deck. I got a little frustrated with it a couple times, but it's good. It's a good deck. It has a lot of great stuff to say. So this is the 7 of Chalices, 7 of Cups in traditional decks. It's just the too many options card. So it's, what do I even focus on? So I pick this one thing to obsess over, but it's not my divine inspiration. It's not my higher self. It's just beating my head against the wall because I'm not getting this answer that I'm waiting for. Right? And it might even be a financial thing. It might be waiting to get paid even. It's just like, where my money at? Like, it's like I'm banging you down like you owe me money. And that could be an emotional thing. Is it an emotional thing? Yes. So for most of you, that's going to be an emotional thing, almost like you're feeling like a debt is owed to you. It's just, when are you going to tell me? When are you going to respond to what I said to you? And the message here is, it's that whole watched pot never boils, my people. That's really all I got to say. It's just you're looking at all the other things you can focus your energy on with the 7 of Chalices here, and you're almost overwhelmed. Well, what even am I going to focus my energy on if it's not that thing that I've been obsessing over? Well, guess what? You're going to have to narrow it down and figure that out for yourself. And it's just going to have to be, look at that. It's the Queen of Swords. So you need to take that harsh, discerning eye from the feminine side, from your divine feminine side. All right. So the logical part that is the goddess energy in you, and both men and women have this. You're going to have to tap into that to let that High Priestess through. I'm seeing a very, very powerful, strong, feminine influence thing going on here right now. Kind of like a what would mama do sort of a thing. What would my matriarch energy do in this situation? So any woman you respect, think about going to her and telling her what you're waiting for. You don't have to actually do it. You just have to imagine it, because they're going to give you the best advice. So it's just kind of, and this card the Queen of Swords can be sort of an unforgiving sort of a personality. But in this deck, it's more of, and with the combination of these cards, I'm seeing this tap into that female wisdom right now. It's what does a graceful, thoroughly thinking female do in this? I wish my phone would stop making noise. It never even goes off except for when I'm making videos. It's really funny. But you've got to, and that comes back to the law of attraction, of course. You're doing something. What I say, a watch pot never boils, right? But it's more like when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's when you're going to get your answers or whatever coming in. I mean, it's just that's when things loosen up and they start happening. That's it. So that's the message there. I don't really know what else to say. I just want to pull maybe one more as far as, so I'm getting here, if you chose the Parrot, you're waiting for some kind of emotional response of some kind, or it's a response you're waiting for. You might even be hung up on a money matter that your emotions are hanging on. It's completely emotionally wrecking you. That could be for some of you. So take it how it resonates, So if you chose the Parrot, you're definitely waiting for some kind of answer or something, or closure maybe. It's just going to be all over the board. But your message here is to Worry about your own damn self. You got me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down right now? Worry about your damn self. That's so much easier said than done, but I'm telling you right now, woo! Okay, here's our final advice card. Release. Release, and it came out in verse. We're not releasing something. So to piggyback on what I said before, the only closure that actually matters is the closure that's going to come from yourself. It doesn't matter about beating down somebody's door. I need this closure. I need you to respond to me. I need you to do this or that. You might have even lost money with this Princess of Pentacles thing here. I need some kind of explanation about why this happened. But you know what? The only person that's going to make you feel better about that, and I know you don't want to hear this, but it's going to be you. It's going to be you. You're going to be the only one that's able to tie up that loose end. And I know that's tough advice. I know that's kind of a tough love message. Again, I don't know why I'm starting off so dark here, but it's good. It's just, hey, realize that. Stand tall in yourself. Know that you have that power. So it's kind of a bittersweet message, but it's just you have the power to release that and find the closure within yourself. It doesn't matter if this is a new person in your life or an old one or a very aged relationship or not. It's just you will always be able to find that within yourself. Period. Blam. Okay. Thank you, Parrots. I'm sorry you're not hearing that chatter of love right back at you, or the check or the debt owed or whatever it was. But that's that, you guys. Yeah, it's good though. You're gonna get through it. It's fine. You know, we all get through everything. This too shall pass. So here we go. What do we got? We got the Puma now. Pumas? All right. Pumas, where's my 35-year-old ladies at? No, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. So if you resonated with the Puma, and this is a pretty cool painting. So it's like the jaguar and the leopard. We got this big cat theme going on. Love those big cats, you know? Oh, there we go. Here I am. So let's see here. Described, oh, I like this last line in this card. So they described the 4 points of the classic mandala. So, you know, the big trendy tattoo that everybody on planet Earth is getting right now is, oh, can you do mandalas? I love the mandala tattoo. So it's so the classic mandala, the 4 pointed points of the mandalas are described to be, quote, like the crossed threads in the telescope of our understanding. Deep. It's getting deep up in here. It's deep. So, all right. So here we go. Pumas. Okay, so we've got the 4 crossed points of the telescopes of our understanding. This is a very Jungian thing. Oh, it even says it. Carl Jung. Whoa, damn, I'm on point. Said that it's a holy place, symbol of completeness within the inner psyche. So it's toward a greater self-awareness. So that's why the mandala is such a powerful symbol. It's sacred geometry, basically. Cross threads of the 4 points of our understanding. And would you look at that? There's 4 suits of the tarot. Is there not? Fire, water, earth, and air. Hey? It's getting deep. Got it? Okay, so here we go. We're going to go with this. So Pumas, we're getting deep in this already. We're understanding, we're integrating the 4 suits of the cards, the 4 points of our understanding. And what direction are we going to go with that? Because that is pretty deep. That's pretty vague. That's diving into the depths here. So let me see what we got. We're going to start out with that. Whoa, hell yeah. Okay. Damn. All right. So we're going to be releasing some heavy burdens about not being able to enjoy. Oh, shit. All right. So. All right, so the 4 of Wands, it's all about enjoying your toils from a hard work well done kind of a thing. So the card appeared, so you've definitely accomplished something that you worked from probably many years at, I'm getting here, or a craft that you worked hard to master, something like that. And it's sort of like, man, I worked so hard to master this, and I worked for such a long time, and I'm not even able to enjoy it right now because of all these burdens. Like I haven't been able. This is the card of burdens. It's 10 of Wands. It's carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I'm not saying that's like an imaginary thing. I'm not saying that's, oh, I have all of this. This isn't the Nine of Swords card here. This is I actually am carrying some heavy ass burdens right now, is what this card is, and you're not able to get out from underneath that. And that's the reason why you have not been able to enjoy the fruits of your labor that you worked so hard for, this mastering of a craft, this career, this whatever it is, what have you. So that's pretty heavy. That's pretty deep right there. Again, deep, Pumas, deep. So what do we got here as far as this? What do we got next here? About what? So burdens, we've worked really hard. Where's this reading going to take us? The facade. Okay, so again, the mandala's in the sand, okay? It's you've worked really hard, but you have to be able to realize that it's all just, it's the Matrix. It's an illusion. It's we all have to see our hard work and be able to kind of walk away from it. I'm getting kind of an Eight of Cups energy here right now, even though I didn't draw that card. You got the Four of Wands in reverse, which is sort of, I didn't get to enjoy the fruits of my labor, but it's kind of all an illusion anyway, sort of a thing. It's just, it's saying, what it's saying to you is your higher self is just saying, hey, you think that the grass was greener, being able to get to this point of stability and whatever else with the combination of these cards, but there's something bigger waiting for you. That was kind of the carrot dangling on the end of the fishing pole sort of a thing to keep you going. But guess what? I'm getting here that the promise was kind of, it was exactly what the card said. It was a facade. Okay, so, and look at that. It came from the solar plexus chakra, which is all about action. So it was, you had to think that there was this goal in mind that wasn't even necessarily true to keep you moving. It was that carrot that you had to keep going for. So you kept moving. So let's read a little more into this, Pumas, and let's see what's going to happen here or in the future. Okay, so there we go. So guess what? This is sort of a good premonition about being emotionally excited again. So it looks like your love and your desire is going to be reawakened again and started anew. So this could even be, for some of you, this could be the appearance of kind of a new suitor. This card really reflects that. It's the Knave, or the Page of Cups. So it's this very childlike, youthful, new love sort of energy. This is like my teenage dream kind of a deal. And that's, you don't have to be a teenager. You could be 65 years old watching this reading, and you could be feeling like a teenager again. This is sort of this is what I'm getting out of this. This is coming. It's just, you've been through all of these toils. You were expecting some kind of coasting period, some kind of cruise control happening, and it didn't happen because the weights of the world, all of these pressures have continued to pressure cook you, I guess. But this is kind of saying, and let me draw a few more cards on this. This is kind of saying something is coming in, and it could be a form of a person. It could be even a new hobby for some of you, but I'm seeing here this is kind of like a love. Let's see what it says. Okay. Emperor, Knight of Swords, fastest moving knight in the deck. It's coming soon. There's some kind of relief coming soon that's going to spark your emotional appreciation, your emotional curiosity. And it's coming very soon. That's the fastest moving knight in the deck. That's the Knight of Swords. And the Emperor energy. You've manifested this. You worked hard to manifest this, but it's not coming in the form that you thought. And guess what? Almost nothing ever does. Bless your soul, you think you're in control? Haha, you're freaking not. So let's just do one more card out of the Shaman deck. Yup. Let's see. Okay. All right. Six of drums. Yeah, music I'm getting out of this one. In this deck, it's specifically sort of a music thing. So make sure you're listening to signs and synchronicities from songs right now in particular. So those of you that are already super tuned into that, you're like, yeah, dude, I do that every day already, because I know I do. But it's just a specific message right now, all right, to really tune in to what you're hearing and pay attention to what you're listening to, because what you listen to, you become. So if you're listening to a bunch of dreary crap or stuff that's, triggering you remember Steve Martin in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? And he's like, that song, don't blah. I'm guilty of that. It'll remind me of a certain point in my life, and I'll play something and get really sad. It's kind of encouraging you. You're, like Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And I'm getting out of this, pay attention to the music you're listening to right now is your main message here, Pumas. So I know it sounds silly maybe to some of you, but it is a serious thing. You're going to become that vibe, that frequency. What you're listening to really, really becomes your energy. So really, please pay attention to that. Your manifestation might not be what you thought it might have been, and it might even be if you had, I don't know why I want to say this, but even if you had your heart set on some specific person, because we have this, it's like this potential lover is what this card is about. And it might not come in the form that you thought. But you've got to keep an open mind, okay? And make sure you're not listening to songs and music, this music genre that it's gonna trap you into who you once were instead of who you want to be now, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps a little bit, Pumas, but I see a change coming. There's some kind of new opportunity coming in with this Knight of Swords here. It's going to happen fast. It's going to happen whenever you're watching this video. It doesn't matter if I posted it, 2 weeks ago and you're watching it now. When you're meant to watch something, the universe works in perfect divine timing. So it's just, my videos are going to be timeless as with anything, as with any kind of thing that you're going to be taking as any kind of guidance. And this is what all these cards are about, is, keeping you on your guided path. So please have confidence in that. Your soul knows what it's doing. Your higher self knows where it's guiding you. If you're watching this video, please, Pumas, know that right now you've got something coming up soon that's going to rekindle your emotional spirit. It's a very positive message here. And Parrots, you gotta focus on yourself, guys. Yeah, focus on yourself, and that's gonna take your shift. And that can go for anybody at any time. But please, I hope you enjoyed the reading. And we got the Parrot and the Puma, double P's. I hope you like the reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I am just having a blast doing this. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you again. Bye-bye.